This is Quincy, California, home of the Feather River Land Trust. The trust works to preserve and restore local properties with unique scenic and natural values. They do this by using creative property transactions like conservation easements that pay landowners for giving up development rights on their property. And they also buy land outright from willing sellers. They have an amazing youth education program working to train the next generation of conservationists. We start our story here in the Sierra Valley, surrounded by mountains in the highest alpine meadow in the United States. Its grasslands and waters are habitat for the largest concentration of birds and wildlife in the Sierra Nevada. The valley is the headwaters of the Feather River, one of California's most majestic. From its start in the valley's marshy meadows, the Feather flows through mountains and canyons to Lake Oroville, joins the mighty Sacramento, and passes through the delta before reaching the sea at the Golden Gate. The Trust works throughout the Feather River watershed, 200 miles northeast of the Bay Area. Within this special area, you'll find beautiful mountains and lush valleys, evergreen forests, and summer flowers, critical water supply reservoirs like Lake Almanor, and small, jewel-like alpine lakes. Feather River Country is a place to enjoy all 4 seasons. This is a place of moods and drama. It has an abundance of fish and birds and spectacular wildlife. It features small towns and provides inspiration to artists, challenges to golfers. Feather River Country also provides a livelihood for many of the area's residents. This beautiful country draws both visitors and residents to a variety of outdoor activities. But Feather River Country is more than outdoor play and nice scenery. The Trust has identified 3 values of this country that support the region's well-being: water, wildlife habitat, and working ranches. The Feather River and its tributaries provide drinking water to over 20 million Californians. Compared to both Yosemite and Yellowstone National Parks, the Feather River watershed has a greater number of nesting birds, mammals, and plant species. As for working ranches, the Trust supports them because of the role they play in maintaining the area's rural heritage, providing food and conserving and restoring large landscapes. The Rogers family, owners of a ranch in Indian Valley, are partners with the Trust.
My name is Harry Rogers, and we're here on the Key Brand Ranch, which is located in Indian Valley in Plumas County, California. So Key Brand Ranch is a beef cattle operation. We raise about 100 head of beef cattle, Angus cattle. We put up our own hay here, so we're pretty much sustainable. We have about 4 months of winter, so we've got to put up enough hay to winter those cows through those months. So one of the really neat things we have here on the ranch is a bird called the sandhill crane. Every spring they show up, and we've got several nesting pairs. You'll see flocks of 300 to 400 birds that'll spend a week or 2 here. I've signed a conservation easement with the Feather River Land Trust. The conservation easement will preserve Key Brand Ranch as a family farm for future generations.
My name's Taylor, and I love fishing and hunting out here on our ranch. Me and my brothers like to catch the carp and bass and trout that are in our ponds, and we like to go out in the blinds and hunt the ducks and geese that fly over.
I enjoy the outdoors along with my brothers. We go out and hunt and fish basically all the time. Another thing with the brothers and myself that we can all be grateful for is learning accountability and responsibility at a very young age.
Paul Hardy, the Trust's Executive Director, explains how a conservation easement and other tools work at the Trust.
A conservation easement is a permanent deed restriction. The ownership of the property stays in the ranch family's hands, while the land trust holds the conservation easement and extinguishes the development rights to the property so it can't be subdivided. Conservation easements not only keep land in agricultural production, but they protect a variety of other publicly important conservation values as well, like wildlife habitat, scenery. In the case of the Rogers Ranch Conservation Easement, it also allows access by local schools for educational field trips to the property. Two of the properties that the Land Trust owns are the Madalena property in Sierra Valley and the Hart K Ranch in Genesee Valley. On the Madalena property, which is 575 acres, the Trust allows public access to the property. There's a interpretive trail, which is popular for bird watching and wildflower watching and hiking. There's a bird observation platform on the edge of the wetlands where you can identify some of the more than 230 species of birds that have been identified on the property. And the property is also really important for canoeing in the large Sierra Valley wetlands, which is a 15,000 acre complex of wetland channels where canoeing is a great way to view wildlife. The Hart K Ranch offers a lot of opportunities for the public. Some of the more popular activities include fishing along Indian Creek, which flows right through the property, kayaking and canoeing in the creek. The Land Trust is also doing a lot of restoration along Indian Creek to improve the recreational opportunities in the fishery for fishing. One of our exciting partnerships on the Hart K Ranch is with the Mountain Maidu, the native peoples of the Feather River region, with whom we're partnering to restore some of their traditional uses of the property. I was lucky enough to grow up in the Feather River region and lucky enough to have parents who took me and my brother out on the land, hiking, fishing, camping, and we developed a unique connection to this place. We're really excited about learning landscapes because it's providing opportunities to local kids to get out in nature and develop their own connection. It's also helping to create the next stewards of this place who are going to care for it in future years.
The Feather River is a source of water, beauty, and inspiration, important to all Californians. We hope you'll be inspired to visit this wonderful place soon and help the Trust protect it for families like ours, the Rogers, and your own.